Alright, well, it is time to see what the Atmos are like. Let's get it on. Nothing will survive. Nice bit of depth momentum, by the way. I should probably note this. I've been playing this character for a little bit now, the White Hoof. I don't think much of the race, but I will say that the nice thing about the depth momentum is that it lets you catch up to stuff with like the melee characters. So that's one nice thing to say about it. So Vorton Gauntlets, those could be useful. I've already got these on, so whatever. Alright, a wrinkled pamphlet. A plea from the Volunteers Bureau of Gaming. Once again, we find ourselves faced with an election for the competition of Chief Counselor. While this is the most prestigious position in our government, it should not be forgotten that this is arguably the most complex, and the one bearing greatest responsibility for the fate of our people. A Chief Counselor's duties require not only cautious reach and foresight, but a quick wit to get emergency under control in little time. Yet, he or she must be aware of the precedent set or the unintended consequences of such decisive action, never acting rashly or out of ill temper. Such a leader would wield our citizens and our military like a drunkard with a glass bottle, not caring if its weapons are shattered in the process. He or she must be able to develop creative solutions to problems but be open to outside advice. To be a character judge capable of selecting his or her most valuable acquaintances and persuade to convince them to do tasks for which they are most suited. Suffice to say, there are a great many mental skills required. Accordingly, the competition should be one that tests all these skills. This election, we are formally endorsing the board game Automobiles and Automatons version 9.8. A refined variant of the game introduced last year in a competition for the Marshal City Guard. Its oil punk science fantasy setting, although perhaps easy to brush off, is irrelevant to our reality. Has its own consistent internal rules, forcing its players to learn a new status quo and work with it, as our leaders must be willing to learn from ongoing events and rapidly adapt to them. Yet, since the game has been out for a year already, and there are already numerous books about strategies for it, it also tests our candidates' long-term memory, as our leaders must be able to remember our history, to repeat our ancestors' successes, but not their failures. The rules of version 9.8 are somewhat, but not entirely, different from those of previous versions, making these strategy books only partially accurate. Just as our ancestors' wisdom only reflected the world they lived in, not the increasingly different one in the present. Version 9.8 uses the Crumbling Divide map, providing a barrier that eliminates the possibility of aggressive player gaining an early victory. Tests the player's ability to plan in the long term, and yet due to the presence of non-player foes on either side, they still must be able to make plans in the short term that will ensure their survival and leave them in an advantageous position when the barrier fades. Non-player foes follow a predictable set of rules, eliminating luck as a factor, and our necropsychs have found a method of copying the same spiritual consciousness into two figurines, meaning that both players will be using identical sets of negotiated figurines to demonstrate their diplomatic finesse. As always, the figurines are designed to release their spirits after no more than 1 month, ensuring that this process is as humane as possible to deceased. The consumer edition of this game, version 6.0, has won countless awards for its engaging and challenging play, with special attention given to the diverse array of viable strategies and skills tested by it. Both sides agreed it was a fair game and a merciless selection, as version 1.0, version 9.8 is unlikely to disappoint as a method of selecting our next leader. Vote for Automobiles and Automatons version 9.8 this year, and you will not be let down by its winner. Alright, well, there's democracy as work, I guess. Or whatever. What is this? This is a steam defense turret. And damn, does that hurt. Let this guy come to me a little bit. And then we'll rush up on him. Alright, how are we going to deal with this Steam Intense turret? So this is a level 50 monster. It can reload, combat accuracy, shoot, uncanny reload, steam gun mastery, double shots. Another nice stuff he basically has. Of all things he could do, confuse me. Kill that. Well, I just got confused yet again, but whatever. Let's do that. A reminder to our constitutions. Any votes for an individual candidate for office cease to be valid once the primaries are over, and the field has been narrowed down to 2, or rarely 3, in a close race, candidates. At this point, you cannot vote for your candidate. Instead, a competition will be held, after which his victor will be awarded with this position. The vote you are submitting now determines how they will be competing. While we cannot enforce how or why you vote, we request that you respect the spirit of the system and select the competition which reflects the candidate's capability to handle the responsibilities of chief counsel position. And yeah, I'm basically running around here like a madman. It tweaks some of his bullets apparently. Alright, it's got a can't reload going. Fire at me! I think I ran out of ammo to the turret there. So, these things do run out of ammo eventually, apparently. That's good to know. So these things have a weakness. They run out of ammo. Alright, well that's good to know. There's the way to the world map we need to. There's our steam turret there, so I'll have to be careful here. Alright, well, let's rush this thing, I guess, because it's in an awkward position to attack. I'm level 41, hooray! Let's get more of a tremor engine going. We'll get some vitality. More steam power. I don't know, I'm getting more steam power here because, you know, it lets me do more stuff in the long run. I thought these things would be a lot tougher, but they're actually kind of, you know, weak to steam turrets. You just have to watch out for everything around them. Steam powered boots! Hooray! I got the boots! Alright, so I took those off, I guess, to put on these, which basically give me generate free steam each time you walk. Oh wow, walking now gives me steam. Alright, let's do this. I kill it all. Okay, that's kind of scary, seeing this many at once. put on invasion. Put this on just in case. Okay, wow, I'm taking a lot of beating here. That didn't really hurt these. I guess they're very fire resistant, these things. Ow. Stunning actually hurts a lot because, you know, it makes it hard for you to run away from stuff. Okay, this guy's run out of ammo, which is good. Finally got rid of those two. And of course, there's two more right next to each other over there. Yeah, that didn't exactly work as I predicted it would, whatever. Effect resistance all is 100% apparently. Well, I guess these don't have any resistances, but they're, you know, just damn strong to fight against is what they're all about. You do that to this guy. There we go. The steam turrets are dead. A fading poster. Councillor Tantalos, unlike that Cali wimp Chief Councillor Casseros, knows just what to do to solve the steam shortages, and isn't afraid to do it. Even though he can't reveal his plan yet for security reasons, the geothermal authority and our military's highest generals have assured us that his plan would work, without requiring us to ration steam usage or regulate our appliances. Let's see Tantalos show the old geezer what for, and then just drop for good. Vote fisticuffs! Alright, well, there's the first level of the Palace of Fumes done. And soon, I will find the leader of this place and kill him. There'll be some nice armor around, apparently. Wow, two more steam turrets again to fight. Yeah, the steam turrets are certainly something else. Alright, we'll activate that and this again. Evasion is awesome! And by the way, I forgot about this thing. There's apparently one of these in like the, you know, the gem. So I'll have to go back to pick it up, I guess. If I want to go back and pick it up. Alright, Destructress. Introducing the most powerful, most fearsome, most awesome weapon ever conceived by giants, men, nature, or anything before us. Destructress. Impolite penetrative the sky. Containing a warhead laden with explosive ruins, alchemical reagents, vile curses, steel-strike scales, rich venom, and the little slips of paper bearing most unkind statements about your target's mother. Traveling at a speed which could be terribly described as absurd, and untravelably described as obscene. Launched with such force that its operator will need a fireproof suit to avoid immolation from the backblast alone, fireproof suit not included. Absolutely guaranteed to destroy any automatons and entity it detonates against. Orcs, dragons, golems smaller than a medium-sized village. A mandatory addition to our home or airship. For pricing, please discuss the matter with Kaltor, and then forget about it entirely. If price is a factor for you, you almost certainly cannot afford Destructitus. Disclaimer. We are not responsible for any injuries, deaths, or loss of property resulting from the improper transport of Destructitus. We are not responsible for determining the proper method of transporting Destructitus. Additional missiles for Destructitus are not available. Accuracy at ranges greater than Destructitus blast radius is not guaranteed. We are not responsible for any injuries, deaths, or loss of property resulting from Destructitus change direction mid-flight. Okay, so that's interesting. Here's some, stuff in here. Oh, another steam giant turret. And this guy rushed me! You bastard! No one rushes me! We'll do that to him, and he's now blocking the bastard, so that's gonna be a nuisance. Let's activate a shield. Put this on. Heal up a little bit. He's no longer blocking. Let's put that on him. Destroy the bastard. Alright, I'm going to want to rush these guys, but we're going to do it over here. There's a shadow here. There must be one of those, Blood Invoker guys around somewhere. That guy's out of the way. Alright, let's activate, nothing, this guy's over here, so wait for him to come to me. Alright, that worked out well, sort of. Probably drop this down at some point to keep these guys from running away, but that guy's easy enough to kill. Hey, there's this guy. He finally came to play. And I want these. Whoop, the evasion failed me there. That worked out well. Just slowly but surely I'm ripping through everything in here. Oh, it's nice. There's a Font of Life right next to me right here. Crap. Two of these guys at once. And of course, something, stuns me. It confuses me and everything else. Activate this. Fire at me! Fire! Ow. Alright, there we go. We got rid of all that stuff. These turrets, there's something else. Oh, one was hit. Ooh, nice. You can really pack up with the wall if you combine the steam wheels with the stuff. Alright, well, there we go. We're now through the Palace of Fumes level 2. There's another Steam style level 5. But I think I'll keep using this. Being able to move around at blazing speeds is actually pretty useful for this area, so I want to keep this just for that increased, speed of like the saw wheels. That's basically why I'm keeping it. Of course, there's 2 of those things right there. Boom. Level 42. A bit more of this. A little bit more health, perhaps. A little bit more steam power. That's gonna be annoying to have that guy over there, so... I got stunned, which is annoying. Let's just get rid of that. Just move away a little bit. Yeah, this guy's crippling me, these turrets now. Okay, ran out of ammo. That's useful, sort of. Stop hitting me! Wow, it's knocked me all over the place. Finally got it. Alright, we're done against those guys. Of course, another turret. There's lots and lots of turrets. Alright, well, let's to the next turret. That's really what this map is all coming down to. It's basically what turret to kill next. Like this turret next, this turret next. Activate this, activate that. Cassero's resolution speech. My fellow counselors, In this time of increasing vent drought, it is tempting for us to seek the easy way out. I understand that at this point, I am powerless to prevent our new Chief Counselor's plans to take the promising vents under the Kruk Orcs. But should we fail, you may be tempted to compensate by approaching that entity who calls himself the Loyalist. I am of the opinion that this would be a foolish decision. Do you remember the official history's record of when we first interacted with lesser races? They spoke of them as an entertaining, jovial bunch, friends and companions of our own people. How naive we were back then. But when our ancestors saw their true nature, the brutality they were capable of, they recorded these acts in detail. They did not, however, explicitly tell us not to trust the orcs. They did not explicitly tell us that these are pests to be avoided, or a scourge to be eradicated, or a pitiful, falling reminder of why letting the lesser races use our discoveries will only end in tragedy. They simply recorded what they learned, and allowed future generations to come to these conclusions by themselves, compared with their own observations, and in our grandparents' case, by unfortunate personal experience. Even though the distress and feelings of betrayal at the time, even though opinions ran in every direction from fury to sorrow at the lesser race's barbarism, not one of the counselors responsible for recording events gave it an editorialism. Perhaps we would be in a better situation if they had, so we would not have repeated the mistakes of trust, but they stayed fair nonetheless. Going further back, they spoke of relations with our now distant kin, the Sternos tribe. Though the records describe a strained relationship, the mentions of their boorish behavior are recorded as a matter-of-fact nature, and interspersed with the mentions of their advanced metallurgical techniques and other such valuable things we gained from cooperating with them. Although their current state of great firestorm, induced exile of the mountains of Maj'Eyal, make it a rather moot point, the fact now stands that if we were to somehow in a position to trade with them, we could rely on the official histories of trustworthy indication of, at a minimum, how they used to behave. The examples go on. The official histories have remained dispassionate and fair, and a reliable metric for making decisions. Not once did our forefathers allow their biases to influence their recordings. Not once did the fervent political movement manage to compromise their integrity. Not one chapter of these texts can be safely and fully discredited as the subjective, unfailing writings of the dominant political party, or the deluded ramblings of a movement influenced by some banal philosophical fad. Obviously, the merciful brief reign of King Treasurer is an exception, but it should be clear why this was a special case, and not worthy of further consideration. My point is that the official histories have a very well-proven track record. Every single time but once, they have given a solid analysis of the evidence. Every single time but once, they have refrained from outright suggesting a course of action. And only once have they allowed something as suggestive as a gut feeling into their reports. Do you know what they say about the meetings with the Loyalist? After a brief description of the events of the meeting, a strange creature approached the council of the time, demonstrating his power by using a small wand to blast a hole halfway to the last core. A wand which he then handed them as though it was a child's cheaply made toy, saying it could offer us a source of near-infinite energy in return for a rather inconvenient magical artifact. When they turned it down, the creature gave a speech, recorded in verbatim detail. It hardly matters. I have all the time in the world to wait for you people to trip over their own hubris and shatter. If you will not allow me to save you, then I need only sift through the shards of your ruined cities to find it. Our forefathers say this creature gave them the means of contacting it again, but outright refused to say what it was. The only reason we still know how to reach it is a yearly message to drop on the palace front steps. After mentioning that, they wrote this: "Do not trust this Loyalist. When we look upon him, we feel something deep within us, older than ourselves, telling us that this is simply wrong. His intentions for the Eye, an artifact of incredible power that we've yet to successfully harness, cannot be good for anyone, less for all ourselves. Never give him the Eye, and continue our work of trying to find a means of destroying it. Never accept any of our deal he offers. If you are ever unfortunate enough to see him as well, you will immediately understand why we say this." Perhaps political discourse has gotten a bit muddier in recent years. With the bickering and sniping of modern-day debates, it can be hard to believe that past councillors had ideas other than the careers and minds. That vehemently display of emotion would be something other than political posturing. But even if those cancers were just as petty and selfish as we are, they did not let it affect the official histories, not once. I tend to trust that the only advice our ancestors gave us in official histories. I beg of you all to do as well. So who is the loyalist, I wonder? Oh great, another steam turret. As if I need to fight yet another one of those guys. Or two of them, rather. Of course, I got hit. Yes, I'm unleashing a tremor engine on those guys. So many blood carvers. Another one. Whoops, I just hit the guy who was blocking. I fake this. Alright, let's throw a tremor engine at this guy, perhaps. Evade. There's that steam turret. Excerpts from a council meeting transcript. The Steam Council has been called to order, with Chief Counselor Tantalos presiding. Tantalos. Greetings, my fellow... Hey now, lesser counselors. It is my pleasure to finally lead the proceedings. The agenda for today, ruffles through papers, is irrelevant, for I have a solution for every malady mentioned therein. The first order. Casterus. With all due respect, Chief Counselor, the agenda. Tantalos. Is irrelevant, Tormac. You've been scrying on potential sources of geothermal energy. Would you care to inform the others where you see the most potential? Tormac. Size. Right, under the Crux Orc, unfortunately. It's a promising source for sure. The magma powering it hasn't drained out like it has under us. But digging there would... Well, we all know how quickly they turn construction tools into weapons to rival our own. If we went in there with the state-of-art mining equipment necessary to... Tantalos. Laughter. Mining equipment? What manner of fool do you take for me? Palik, tell me what's going through their minds with silly little waist-height warriors rummaging through the mainland for Orcish rebels. Holds up hand in silence to Counselor Emerus Kesseros. This is relevant, I assure you. Paklik, discontent. Revolving around hidden, long-fermented resentment. Some want the Kruk exterminated, others imprisoned. Neither can afford direct intervention, but some form of support will surely be available. Tantalos. So with the right negotiation, we can get those teenies who have endless experience fighting orcs to assist us and make any sort of action in Kruk territory more manageable. At a bare minimum, we can obtain weaponry that is long-proof sufficient for slashing orcish throats, although we'll need it custom fit for our size naturally. Palik. They have a race whose armor would work. A tight fit, but sufficient. Tantalos. Even better! And Castros, I'm going to let you tell me what the people care about most. I'm sure your bruises are accurate reminders of the citizens' will. Castros, the statement was deemed excessively profane and stricken from the record by a 4-2 vote. Tantalos, such undignified conduct. All because you can't accept the public wants their steam back. More than they want their filthy little greenskins around. More than they fear getting their hands dirty. More than they want your way of doing things. So, it's resolved that we have much to gain from this. It's resolved that we can, that we have or can obtain the means to carry it out. And it's resolved that it is what the voting public desires. I see no need for further debate. Maj'Eyal, I'd like to speak to you about this, about the wand. Me adjourned. At this time, Council Castros gave some lengthy speech before officially resigning from the council. It's been recorded in a separate document. Oh boy, that's a scary looking room. Some of these guys apparently have shields on them. Time shields. Yes, come to me, you stupid idiots. Let's probably drop a turbo engine in here. Look at that, disarming and crapping them all. That's fun. Oh, look at all that stuff. That's lovely. That's fun to do. Fire damage. Damn shadows keep coming for me. Now, something I have to watch out for is because this room has the necrospikes in them. If they hit me with like that death stuff, I have to be very careful with it. God, these shadows just keep coming. Oh, look at that. There it is right there. So, one of the necrospikes basically sees me. This next level. And let's heal up. I'm just gonna wait a little bit before engaging him again. Alright, there we go. There's a blood card right there if I want to get to him. Another one of those necrospikes to worry about. Let's do that. Look at them all. Alright, well, let's do this. Did they get rid of my thing here or something? Well, I killed one of them. That's good enough, they do, I guess, for now. There's a teleport. I need to pick off the necrospikes so that, you know, they can't touch a death me every single time. Crap, I wasted my steam wheels on a shadow. Ooh, the chromatic thing. I got touched to death again, but whatever. Do that to him. Get rid of that. Kill this. There goes that one. Alright, so we got another kill. And there's apparently more to explore in this level. I have to watch out for that. Alright, so this is actually a locked off area that, you know, was locked off. That happens, but whatever. Nothing you can do about it, really. Alright, that guy's over there. Let's kill that guy. Touched to death me yet again, but whatever. Alright, this is a nasty place to get over to, but whatever. Penny Doom, let's get rid of that. Heal up. Still all these guys inside of here. Call these guys in here and then, like, you know, go look around for more guys. Okay, let's activate this. We're gonna rush the... Yeah, it's the chromatic harness. That'll be useful. Another one. Of course it did. Alright, before I forget, I should probably go in here. I'm actually gonna make the chromatic harness, you know, something I want to keep. I like this idea for letting me survive longer, so I'm actually gonna keep this around. Look at that when I get the chance. So it looks like I killed all the steam giants finally. Excellent.